Good morning, everyone. I'm only going to keep you all for just a little bit. I'm trying to figure out what the heck is America doing, because they're doing something. I did not know it was illegal to be homeless. Yeah. A few years ago, they tried to make it illegal if you didn't have health insurance, but that was repealed. You know, with the government shut down and they say it's over when it's really not. So many people didn't get their food stamps. The suicide rate is up. People are killing themselves because they just cannot make it. The health insurance costs. I looked at a few videos and I was just utterly shocked at what some people are going to have to pay for family health insurance. And that don't include a spouse. It's sad. It is sad. I'm paying 61% of my income as a senior in an affordable living building. If I renew in April, I will be paying almost 67% of my income in rent. I don't know how young folks are making it now, paying $1,800 to $2,000 to $3,000 for an apartment, and they're not making much money. Jobs, if you can find a decent one, they're not paying enough to keep up with the cost of living. And people are getting tired. They're getting tired that they cannot afford an apartment. They cannot afford a car. When I was growing up, you could get a car loan for 36 to 48 months at best. Now it's 6, 7, and 8 years. And, you know, now they're talking about having a 50-year mortgage. Is that what they call the American dream? That is not the American dream. That's the American prison. Who wants to pay for a house for 50 years? If they get out of school and purchase a house when they're 22, that house still won't be paid for when they retire. Because if you add 50 years to 22, that's 72. Who the heck wants to be paying on a mortgage at 72 years old? But what's your choice? To stay in an apartment paying 60 some or close to 70% in rent? Where does it end, guys? I've heard some people say there are no jobs, that they put in so many applications, and the few interviews that they have had, they don't hear nothing back. And when they get in contact with the company tell them, we're still trying to make a determination, or that position has been filled. But then they turn around and see that position listed again. I saw on YouTube where one guy who's educated says he has put in more than 1,000 applications with no baits. I looked at a young lady this morning. She says she's been looking for a job for over a year. She has 3 days. Well, it's past the 3 days now for an eviction because she hadn't paid rent in 3 months. Oh, she's lucky. Because when I lived in Georgia, if you didn't get your rent paid by the 10th of that month, you were in court. And when you went to court, You only had so many days to get out of there. They didn't let it go to even 1 month. I was so depressed one time when I got evicted and had to move. I was going to leave everything right there because I didn't even have the money to get a truck to move. But my church gave me the truck to move. I had a little money where I could get the storage. And they said, don't leave your stuff there. I think to myself sometimes, is it worth it to be trying to hold on to stuff? I see people out on the streets here in Nevada, and they got 2 or 3 carts that they dragging along with stuff, and they're homeless. I don't get it, guys. Because when I was homeless in Texas, and I had a bag of clothes, because one shelter that I went to, they took my suitcase that was on wheels. They wouldn't allow those type of suitcases in the place. Bondage, guys. Bondage. Because they know if you left, it would be harder on you to try to take your clothes with you in bags. And it was. And I left a whole bag of clothes sitting outside of a hospital that I had just got released from for depression. Left that bag of clothes sitting right there and checked myself right back into that hospital. I didn't care anymore. If I wasn't a senior and I had to deal with the things that people are having to deal with right now, with me having depression for years, I probably would be one of them people committing suicide. Because I came close a few times. I don't know what's going on in America. It's like they are trying to choke people. They are trying to cause people to commit crimes or to commit suicide. And it's sad. I don't know what's going to go on, but I just pray that the situation gets better for everybody. Because these people who are losing their Section 8 housing and they have nowhere to go with their kids because shelters are overcrowded, it's going to be illegal for them to live on the streets. And if they try to live on the streets with kids, their kids will be taken from them and put in foster care. I don't know what the solution is except prayer. You better start praying, or you better get busy trying to do something.